Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of your faithful trip. It started in the firmament, and then we all got tricked. Life was great when we were young, with all the things we believed. Then it all got hard, unbearable, and we know we're being deceived. Forgotten, ignored, secret, and hidden. Topics that talk about how water is knowledge. Now drink from the fountain. Let's pour some on you now. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Plain Mundane Show. Alex here. I just spontaneously red pilled Buzz Aldrin's eye doctor. And I didn't mean to. And it just happened this morning. I just got back from an eye appointment. It's around lunchtime. I thought you guys would enjoy this story. You know, as a YouTube creator, you try to come up with topics. What am I going to talk about? I got to find something interesting that I can do, or what will I do in my next video? How do I make my videos more interesting, put more information in them? Or I need some new computer equipment, better camera, higher resolution, more pixels, you know. Do I need a drone? And then things happen like just happened now, and I'm still laughing. It's so funny. So I red pilled astronaut Buzz Aldrin's eye doctor this morning. And I had no idea when I got up this morning to go to my 8 o'clock eye appointment that I was going to red pill my eye doctor. So remember, if you've seen my videos before, I literally live half a mile from the entrance to NASA. I live right next to Johnson Space Center in Houston, in the Clear Lake City area. And this is so fun. So I go to the eye doctor this morning, and I like this doctor a lot because I met him about 4 or 5 years ago, about 4 years ago when I came down here from Dallas, and my father was ill. My father had worked at Mission Control and had cancer, and I came and was watching him, and I needed some contacts, and I went to this local eye doctor, very much near NASA. And so he's the best person that's given me a good contact prescription on my eyes. I have a very strong prescription on my eyes with astigmatism, and it's really bad. So it actually, you can tell the difference between doctors with my vision. It's so tricky, but he's super good. So today I go to his office. We had a visit a few weeks ago, and my trial pair of lenses came in, and I'm going to try them on. And so I go in, and they help me try them on, and I'm waiting for the doctor, and he's got a lot of patients in and out. We go in, and we do the eye exam, and I don't remember how it came up, but I told him, I said, I'm getting more into social media, and if you've seen, I just uploaded a video about the hunter's moon and how it's not reflecting the sunlight. And I told the doctor, I said, you know, it's interesting. I'm glad I found you, and I have these new lens prescriptions because I'm just now starting to get into social media, and I'm doing a lot of photography, and I use a camera a lot, and I'm making videos, and I'm really starting to count on my vision. So this looks really good. I appreciate it. You know, I said just the other day I had my telephoto camera on a tripod, and I was studying craters on the moon. And he said, he goes, really? He said, you know, he says, I had Buzz Aldrin in here last week, right in here, and did his eye exam. And he said, in fact, he says, I go over to Johnson Space Center and I do all of the astronauts' yearly physicals for their eye exams. I said, really? I didn't know that. And he goes, yeah. And he said, well, you know, Buzz, he's one of the last Moonwalkers of all the astronauts that walked on the moon. He's one of the last ones. He's almost pushing 90 years old, if you can believe that. And I said, actually, I don't believe any of them ever did. And I don't think that's what he meant, but the question was perfect. He's one of the last of the Moonwalkers. He's pushing 90, if you can believe that. And I said, no, I actually don't. And I was laughing just like this in my vision. And I said out loud, I go, oh, that's funny. And he just looked at me And I didn't push it. I just changed the subject. And I said, hey, he went to Antarctica. And he goes, yeah, that's right. And he got sick. And I said, yeah. And then when he got sick, he was in Chile, a hospital, and he gave an interview to the El Mercurio newspaper. He said, but I think he got in trouble because evidently, if the government invites you to go down to Antarctica to see the secrets, then you're not supposed to talk about them. And evidently, he was talking about them. And the doctor said, yeah, he's pretty vocal. And I said, no, I don't believe any of them ever did. I just red pilled my eye doctor. When I got up this morning, I had no plans to red pill my eye doctor about the moon landing hoax and that I don't believe anyone has ever walked on the moon, especially Buzz Aldrin's eye doctor and the doctor who does all of the yearly eye physicals for all of the astronauts. Oh, this just happened like an hour ago. I'm still chuckling. I'm tickled to death. And I said, have you seen the interview where he interviewed that little girl and asked him why we didn't go back to the moon? He said, no. I said, yeah. This little girl says, hey, how come we've never been back to the moon? And I did my Buzz Aldrin impression. I said, well, that's not just the little girl's question. That's my question, because why didn't we? And I didn't go into the part of what he said. I just want the doctor to look this stuff up. Maybe he'll think his patient Alex told him some things, and he'll look them up. But maybe he won't. But that's not my job. But he told me, he goes, that's his voice. He goes, yep, that sounds just like him. So he's complimenting me on my Buzz Aldrin impersonation, and I did it better than I did just now on the film. But that is so funny. He's one of the last moonwalkers alive. He's pushing 90, if you can believe that. I said, no, actually, I don't believe any of them ever did. Oh, just thinking about where I'm at and who I was with and who he just saw in the same chair the week before. It makes it funny. So I had to share that with you. Things like that happen all the time around here because I grew up here and I'm literally in the center of it. I'm not kidding when I run down. I'm not kidding. When I run down to the neutral buoyancy lab, or I go over and lay on the grass in front of the Space Center Houston, in front of Independence, or I tell you things, or I go to the rocket park. It's just a walk away, and I know these people. And my father worked there, and my stepdad worked there. I told you my stepfather worked for NASA for 43 years or more. He moved when it was in Virginia. It was called NACA. When they bought the land for Johnson Space Center, he was one of the original 30-something people that came down here. And then my father got a job there working in mission control. He was actually over information systems and technology in the building, including the security system. My dad's claim to fame with celebrity was when he was working at Mission Control. Tom Hanks had to go to my father to get his badge to wear around Building 31. This is before they built the new Mission Control in 33. Yeah, I just said that. And so after they built the new Mission Control, it's now in a newer building. And I think now with the other contractors like SpaceX and Boeing, they have other mission control centers like in California and at Edwards, and SpaceX has one mini control. I don't think it's just Houston anymore. That was a funny morning. I had no intention of red pilling my eye doctor, who's Buzz Aldrin's eye doctor. And I don't think anybody ever walked. And the way I did it was fun because it wasn't confrontational. I didn't overdo it. I didn't repeat anything. I changed the subject, and I didn't go right to the part where he's talking to a little girl and he says, well, because we didn't go. I didn't mention that, and I didn't mention I just mentioned enough that he knew he was in Antarctica. I told him, I said I was down there in Chile when about the same time Obama was dancing tango in Argentina. I think Obama actually escaped to Antarctica for a day and a half and came back. That was his whole reason for going to Argentina suddenly. So I thought I would share a funny story with you this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Alex Aquarius reporting literally. I'll say, this is Alex Aquarius reporting from the deception. Having a great time at red pilling astronaut auxiliary employees and doctors. Thank you. Have a nice day.